How's it going, everyone? Welcome to MoparInsiders.com. My name is Jared Balfour, and today we're going to do a review of the 2019 Jeep Cherokee. And also, before we get into the review, I want to give another big shout out to my friends at Abbotsford Chrysler for providing me with this 2019 Jeep Cherokee Limited to review for you guys today. Make sure you guys check them out in the Fraser Valley Auto Mall just off Mount Lehman off Highway 1 if you're in British Columbia. They're awesome guys to work with, awesome guys to deal with, and they'll take care of you. Now let's check out the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Engines for 2019, the base engine is the 2.4 liter Tiger Shark multi-air engine. It's got electric start-stop technology, and it comes with 180 horsepower, 170 pound-feet of torque. The mid-level engine, which my tester today does have, is the 3.2 liter Pentastar V6. It also has electronic stop-start technology. It's 271 horsepower, 239 pound-feet of torque. And the new top engine for the Cherokee, new for 2019, is this new 2 liter direct-injected turbocharged inline 4. That puts out 270 horsepower, 290 pound-feet of torque. Is also equipped with electronic start-stop technology as well. And of course, on all trims, you can disable the start-stop if you don't like it just by hitting this button on the dash here. It's new for 2019 on the Cherokee. Get a little bit of a refresh here. We've got a new front end, a little more conventional than the three-tiered headlight look that they had before when they had the DRL split from the headlamp and then the fog light down below. You now have a nice headlamp cluster with LED DRLs and the fog lights down below in the bumper there. Front grill's changed a little bit. It's a new hood. The grill's a little bit smaller. Just a little bit more of a conventional looking front end. I think it looks great. Now coming along to the side of the vehicle, similar styling to previous models, just new wheel designs. Yeah, it's the design that's aged very well. It's still a very nice looking vehicle for its class. Around back, the tailgate's been redesigned, new tail lamps. You also have this awesome kick to open feature for the rear tailgate. You just place your foot under the bumper and the tailgate automatically will open up for you as long as you have the key on your person. Once you get into this new cargo area, it's actually been widened by 3 inches just by changing the design of the plastic trim on the side. So that gets you up to 27 cubic feet in volume now with the rear seats up, which is very good for its class. Now coming along to the interior here, you find a nicely trimmed cabin. You've got leather wrapped dash. You've got your piano back accents, and new for 2019. The previous Cherokees did have the 8.4 Uconnect system, but new for 2019 is the new 8.4 Uconnect 4C. Now, this being the Limited, it does have the navigation and everything as well. It's very fast, very easy to use. It's got a very nice high-resolution screen. Graphics look great. Nothing to complain about there. You've got a nice, thick, leather-wrapped steering wheel. Leather feels of nice quality. You've got your controls on the left side of the steering wheel to control your 7-inch gauge cluster, which is standard across pretty much all FCA products these days, as well as your Bluetooth and voice recognition controls. Coming along to the right side of the steering wheel, you've got your controls for your cruise control and your adaptive cruise control. And around back, you've got these toggle switches for changing your audio source, channels, volumes, and stuff like that. Now down in the center console, you've got your select terrain knob here. So you can have it set to auto, sport, snow, sand, mud, and all these different features that change the way that the four-wheel drive system appropriates power in the vehicle, either more front biased, more rear biased, and stuff like that. You've also got another USB and aux plug here. You do have a cigarette lighter port here as well. And in front of that, you've got this nice little bin that I've got a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, so a fairly large phone. You've got this nice bin that the phone just fits perfectly in that space as well. Now you've got your shifter in the center console, as well as an electric parking brake. You've got your 2 cup holders, and they do have mood lighting as well. Opening up the bin here, you've got another USB port, another 12 volt plug, change holder, as well as a nice fairly deep center console. And that's also split into 2, so you've got a nice little tray on top to store small items as well. On the center stack below the screen, you've got your controls for your automatic parking, your parking sensors, hazard lights, lane departure warning system, and below that you've got your climate and radio controls. So you've got your volume, mute, there's the traction control, and the button to disable the auto start stop as well. Screen off, and then you've got your controls for your dual zone temperature control as well. Everything's nicely laid out, fairly easy to use, and feels of a very high quality. All the fit and finish on this vehicle is fantastic. I can't find anything that sticks out. FCA has been doing a really good job of that lately. Back in the late 90s, they had, probably the best interiors that not in the luxury car business. And after Daimler took over in the early 2000s, their interiors got pretty poor. Quality was lacking. Now that Fiat's got involved and it's become FCA, they've really made a big investment into their interiors, and every FCA vehicle I've driven in the last little bit has had fantastic fit and finish, nice quality materials. So it's nice to see them getting back to where they were. Now coming along to the back seat, my driver's seat is set for my height. I am 6'1". I've got a little bit of room here with my knees. They're touching the seat backs, but if you splay them to the sides, you've got enough room here. You'd be comfortable for short trips. As far as headroom, my head's just touching the headliner here, but if I lean forward a little bit, no problem. I've got a lot of room with this panoramic sunroof here. We've also got a nice fold down armrest with some cup holders, and in the back of the center console, you've got your air vents, heating, cooling vents, as well as you've got 2 USB plugs and a 115 volt AC outlet as well. The seats are trimmed very nicely. It's a really nice smooth leather, very high quality feeling. All the fit and finishes are excellent in this vehicle, and the panoramic sunroof really makes it feel just very airy. Now let's get out on the road and see how she drives. Let's put your foot on the brake, hit the start stop button, fires right up. Now for 2019, they have also revised the transmission programming for the 9-speed automatic transmission to make it shift a little smoother, a little more when you expect. The shifts are just barely imperceptible. The engine, transmission, they're both very smooth. It's a nice combination. As well, while we're at it, let's give it a quick 0 to 60 run here. Pentastart's got a nice sound, pulls pretty strong, and there's 60 right there. It's not a race car, but it's quick for what it is. And the Pentastar was willing and sounded great while doing it. Now the Cherokee does have a very nice smooth ride. These seats are very, very comfortable, and everything in the interior is really laid out right where you'd expect it. The only thing that I do not like about the interior of this vehicle is I find the actual gauge faces themselves to look a little cheesy. I wish they would have maybe spent a little more time on that. But the 7-inch display in between the clusters is very high resolution, and it looks great. And the screen, of course, is fully customizable, so you can set it up to how you like, and displays a lot of information. Now, driving along these back roads, one of the things you notice is the Cherokee is quite quiet inside. One thing that comes to my mind right away is I've driven a couple other vehicles with the Pentastar, the 3.6 liter Pentastar. This is the first I've driven with the 3.2. I don't know whether it's a difference between the 3.2 and the 3.6 or just noise isolation from the different vehicles, but I found in a few other vehicles that the 3.6 sounded a little unrefined, and I'm not finding that. Coming along these twisty back roads, I'm actually pretty surprised how well the Cherokee handles. Again, of course, it's no sports car, but the turn-in feels nice. The steering's weighted very nicely. It's very direct, goes right where you point it. So I've got no complaints there. Now this does have the lane keep assist, as I mentioned before. So in the cluster there's a little green screen lit up that the vehicle sees the lines in the road. If I start to drift a little bit, it should, there you go, see, it just steered me right back into my lane both times, and now it goes orange. It's back to green now that I'm in the center of the lane there. The brakes got a nice feeling to them as well, so I've got no complaints there. Now I'm going to set the adaptive cruise control here at 90 kilometers an hour, so a little faster than the traffic in front of me. And we'll see, as I start to get close to this truck here, the Cherokee's going to start to slow itself down. See right there. So it's going to match the speed of the truck in front of me and hold the distance. The adaptive cruise control in this Cherokee also does have the stop and go feature. So as we get up to the next stop sign here, the Jeep should stop itself and will go by itself as well when traffic starts moving. So here we go. So there we go. I'm not touching anything, my foot's not on the brake. It stopped itself. And of course, with that being a stop sign, I had to intervene and stop as well because it would have just taken off. It doesn't see stop signs, but if someone's in front of you at a red light or something like that, when the light goes green, you can just let it do its thing. It's actually surprising how flat the Cherokee corners. Overall, I find the revised 2019 Cherokee to be a very refined vehicle. It drives excellent. I think if you're in the market for a mid-size crossover utility vehicle, it's definitely worth taking a look at the 2019 Jeep Cherokee. You've got a lot of excellent features for the price. It drives great. All the materials are high quality. Looks excellent. It's definitely worth checking out. Once again, I'd like to thank my friends here at Abbotsford Chrysler and the Fraser Valley Auto Mall for providing me with this 2019 Jeep Cherokee to review for you guys today. If you live in British Columbia, make sure you check them out. They'll give you a smoking deal and they'll take care of you. They're great guys. I deal with them myself and I've been very happy. So make sure you check them out. And stay tuned. If you guys like FCA products, make sure you're making Mopar Insiders part of your daily reading. We've always got excellent articles up from contributors there, spy photos. There's a lot going on and there's a lot more to come. So make sure you guys are checking out Mopar Insiders for all your latest FCA information. Thank you guys. Take care and we'll catch you guys in the next video.